we are going to see reasoning, which is one of the important examinations in almost all competitive examination. The special thing about reasoning is that it is not taught in any college or high schools. You have not had any BA or BSc reasoning or any other subject. There is no regular university syllabus or coaching for reasoning. And therefore, any person who wants to master it has to learn it from the experts. Then another aspect of reasoning is that in almost all competitive examination, two bugbears or two milestones people have to cross. One is reasoning and the other is quantitative aptitude. Many people find reasoning as tough because they are attempting the questions for the first time in the exam, which is not the correct way of facing a competitive examination. Here we are going to expose you to almost all topics on reasoning. And with that exposure, you will be able to meet the examination with more confidence, and the questions that will appear in the examination will be familiar to you. It will be easy. Once you know and you have the familiarity with the questions, finding answers is easy. And another good thing about reasoning is that it does not involve a lot of mathematical calculations, squares, cubes, roots and all. Even though a little bit of mathematics is important, is vital, is required, reasoning is based more on logic than on mathematics. Therefore, it is good news for even non-mathematical students or students who find mathematics a bugbear. They can also master reasoning and get very high marks. That is the beauty of reasoning. So having thus given you a brief intro about reasoning, let me go to the first topic of reasoning. The first topic is odd man out. Otherwise, it is also called classification. What is classification? Classification means grouping of similar objects or things into one particular group. If there are 5 lions and 1 elephant, the 5 lions belong to a class called lions, and therefore who is the odd man out? The elephant, which does not belong to the class called lion, is the odd man. Similarly, if there are 5 elephants and 1 lion, the 5 elephants belong to the class called elephants, and the one odd fellow is the lion. And the odd man out is normally the opening batsman in any competitive exam. The first few questions will be from odd man out, and once you see a familiar question in odd man out, your confidence level will go up and you will be able to face the exam with much more confidence and come out much more successfully than otherwise. Therefore, mastering this particular chapter will boost your confidence. What are the various questions that are likely to be asked under odd man out? The first classification or the first type of questions that will come in odd man out is based on words or objects. A group of words will be given. You will have to find there is a common thread of commonality. There is a thread of commonality among 5 words will be given. 4, there is something common. 1 does not have that thread of commonality. You will have to identify that and pick out that as an odd man out. So first group of questions that may come out from odd man out is based on words or objects. The second group of questions that may come is based on numbers. The third group is based on alphabets. Some kind of alphabets will be given. There is some relationship among 4 of the alphabet sets, and 1 does not have that commonality. You will have to pick it out. And then there may be based on the 4th type of odd man out questions can come from miscellaneous subjects. It may come from anything under the sun, including the sun. Therefore, you should have some good grounding on the general knowledge like awards and prizes and countries and capital and all those things. Therefore, odd man out For all broad purposes, we can classify into 4 categories, and we will be seeing all the 4 categories. So the objective of our presentation is that at the end of this presentation, you will be able to answer all the questions. You will be able to answer questions relating to all the 4 varieties of questions that are asked under Oddman Out. Now with this brief intro, let us jump straight ahead into the questions.